Scores of people could have been infected with COVID-19 by President Donald Trump after he revealed he had tested positive for the virus after a busy week of traveling that included 8 flights, 3 rallies and a presidential debate. The president announced that he and First Lady Melania had tested positive for coronavirus on Thursday night, after top aide Hope Hicks also tested positive after traveling with Trump multiple times over the last week. The president tweeted to confirm the news shortly before 1 a.m. EST Friday, writing, "Tonight, at FLOTUS and I tested positive for COVID-19. We will begin our quarantine and recovery process immediately. We will get through this together." Fears that the president may have contracted the virus were raised after it was revealed Hicks had traveled on both Marine One, the presidential helicopter, and on Air Force One in the last 7 days. She has also been pictured with Jared Kushner and other senior White House staff in that time. With a busy presidential schedule, Trump and Hicks have come into contact with a number of other high-profile officials and members of the public in the last week. In that time, Trump has traveled across 7 states including New Jersey, Ohio, Florida, Minneapolis, Virginia, Pennsylvania, and Georgia, as well as the D.C. He has taken part in 3 campaign rallies, has taken 4 round trips on Air Force One and at least 2 flights on Marine One. He also took part in the presidential debate against Democratic nominee Joe Biden, which he traveled to with at least 20 people. He also held a number of press conferences, including to formally nominate his Supreme Court pick, and attended several fundraisers, including one just hours before his positive diagnosis was revealed. 5 attendees at Saturday's Supreme Court nomination ceremony at the White House have now tested positive for the virus, including Trump, Melania, Hicks, Utah Senator Mike Lee and Reverend John Jenkins, president of University of Notre Dame. The president has not confirmed when his last negative coronavirus test was, so it is currently unclear how many days Trump could have been spreading the virus for. Until the time frame of his last negative test is specified, there will be a number of senior officials concerned about the contact they have had with the president, and many will have to quarantine following the news until they can get tested. All his adult children, Ivanka, Eric, Tiffany and Donald Trump Jr., attended the debate against Biden on Thursday, while the eldest 3 brought Kimberly Guilfoyle, Lara Trump, and Jared Kushner, while Tiffany went on her own. Trump's personal attorney Rudy Giuliani flew on Air Force One for the debate, having spent the weekend at the White House prepping Trump for his televised clash with Biden. Officials including Vice President Mike Pence, Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany, White House Social Media Director Dan Scavino, Special Assistant to the President and White House Trip Director William Russell, and Director of the White House Personnel John McEntee have all come into contact with Hicks or Trump. White House counsel Pat Cipollone, White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell have also come into contact with Mike Pence in the last week. Guidance from the CDC for people who have tested positive for coronavirus states that they should inform all close contacts. On Friday, Barron, Ivanka, Kushner, Pence, Steve Mnuchin, Meadows, Scavino and Jill and Joe Biden all tested negative. Utah Senator Mike Lee announced Friday he had tested positive. He was pictured with Amy Coney Barrett at the state capitol on Tuesday and also attended the SCOTUS nomination event Saturday. Here are the people who have crossed paths with the president in the last week. Friday, September 25, Trump moves across 4 states in one day, including traveling with Hicks to Virginia for a campaign rally. Saturday, September 26, Trump nominates Judge Amy Coney Barrett to the Supreme Court seat at a White House event and travels to Pennsylvania for a rally. September 26, U.S. President Donald Trump arrives to hold an event to announce his nomination of Judge Amy Coney Barrett to fill the Supreme Court seat left vacant by the death of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg earlier this month. September 26, President Donald J. Trump speaks during a campaign rally at Harrisburg International Airport in Middletown, Pennsylvania. Sunday, September 27, Trump plays golf in Virginia, then holds a press conference and a White House reception for Gold Star families. September 27, Trump holds a news briefing at the White House in Washington, D.C., which was followed by a reception for Gold Star families. Monday, September 28, Trump holds coronavirus testing strategy event with Mike Pence and then meets with Peter Navarro. September 28, Donald Trump and White House trade advisor Peter Navarro check out the new Endurance all-electric pickup truck on the south lawn of the White House. September 29, Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump wave to supporters as they walk across the south lawn to Marine One at the White House. September 29, Donald Trump and Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden participate in their first 2020 presidential campaign debate in Cleveland, Ohio.